Subjuntivo is not a tense. It's not like past, present, future. It's a mood, like happy and sad. No, not that kind of mood. Mood as in modus from Latin, which means manner or way. So this basically reflects the speaker's attitude towards the action that's being described. In other words, verbal moods reflect how a statement is being presented, whether it's a fact, whether it's a command, or whether it's ambiguous. If you're new here, I invite you to subscribe. I post a new lesson every week, and you can also join my newsletter where you'll receive a mini lesson every 2 weeks into your inbox. You have the link below. I could say, Nuria camina mucho. Or I could say, tú, camina. Or I could say, me gusta que Nuria camine. With the first sentence, I'm indicating. I'm using the indicativo mood. I'm describing a fact. Nuria camina. Nuria walks. It's a reality, even if it's just for me, a reality for me. In the second one, camina. I'm giving a command. I'm using the imperativo mood. It's imperative that you walk. Walk. Now that we know that indicativo indicates and imperativo commands, we can focus on subjuntivo. So the word subjuntivo or subjunctive comes from the Latin, and it comes from a combination of sub or sub, which means under, and juntivo or junctive, which means to join. So etymology here gives us our first clue about what subjuntivo is. Subjuntivo is always joined together with another clause or with another verb. See, in my first example, I said, me gusta que Nuria camine. Me gusta is the first clause, and que Nuria camine, camine is the subjuntivo, is joined into me gusta. So in this sentence, what I'm indicating with indicativo is that me gusta, is that I like it. This is what I'm saying, I like it. Que Nuria camine. Whether Nuria walks or doesn't walk, that's irrelevant. It's in my imaginary, it's not real, it's an irreality. The point is that I like it, me gusta. So here we have our second clue. Subjuntivo is ambiguous. In the sentence, me gusta que Nuria camine, it's not clear whether Nuria is walking or not. In English, it would be something like, I like it when Nuria walks. I'm not saying that Nuria walks, I'm just saying that I like it. So let's do a little recap of what we just said. Subjuntivo is a clause, a sentence, that is underneath another sentence. Because the reality of subjuntivo is ambiguous, or is not relevant, or not real at the moment. This lesson comes with a PDF where I'm adding a lot of examples with presente del subjuntivo with their explanations. So you can download it and read all this information as many times as you want. You have the link below. Okay, let's continue with an example. Imagine that I ask you for a book recommendation and you ask me, what kind of book are you looking for? What kind of books do you like? So I say, I like a novel that hooks me from the beginning. I like it when it follows the character's evolution. I like it when characters are deep. And I like it when it has happy endings. Here, even in English, you're using the subjunctive. It's a subjunctive mood here because you're not talking about a book that exists. You're not talking about a specific book. You're talking about your imaginary. You're talking about the books that you wish, the books that you like, the books that you enjoy, but not about a specific book. So the only thing that you're indicating here is I want a book. Everything else is just subjuntivo. It's underneath I want a book. That's the main thing. Let's see this in Spanish. Quiero una novela que me enganche desde el principio. Me gusta que sigan la evolución de los personajes. Me gusta que los personajes sean profundos. Me gusta que haya problemas por resolver, pero quiero que tengan un final feliz. In Spanish, it's more clear when we're using subjuntivo because we use a specific conjugation. In English, you use the same one. It's a different kind of attitude towards what you're saying. But in Spanish, que enganche, que sigan, que sean, que haya, que tengan, all this is subjuntivo. is a subjuntivo conjugation. So quiero is the only thing that I'm indicating. Quiero un libro que na 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 na. The characteristics that I am imagining about the book, all this is subjuntivo, is underneath what I want. Okay? Now, imagine that we continue this conversation and you ask me, have you ever read La Sombra del Viento de Carlos Ruiz Zafón? And I say, oh yeah, I love this book because it hooks me from the beginning. It has amazing characters and they evolve during the novel. There are problems that they need to solve, but it does not have a happy ending. It might have a happy ending. I don't want to spoil it. You should read it. It's a nice book. So here, I'm indicating facts about the book. I'm imagining a book. The book exists. It's a fact. And I'm describing the book. Let's see it in Spanish. Ah, sí, me encanta la novela porque engancha desde el principio, los personajes evolucionan, son profundos, hay muchos problemas que resolver, pero el final no es feliz. See, I'm indicating all this. I'm using the indicativo mood because I'm describing a book that in my reality, in my life, that's a fact. That's real. It's a reality. And I speak about reality, not about truth. Because whether it's true or not, I'm still indicating it. I'm still saying it. Lies always go with indicativo. So indicativo indicates stuff. And subjuntivo does not. Subjuntivo is like, I'm not saying that the book is amazing. I'm not saying that it has a happy ending. And indicativo is like, I'm saying that I want this kind of book. And subjuntivo is like, okay, but I'm not saying that the book exists. So basically, subjuntivo is what you like, what you hate, or what you wish, or what you're looking for. They say that el subjuntivo da la voz a nuestro corazón. So subjuntivo gives the voice to our hearts. Now, what do you do with all this information? Watch this video a couple of times, digest it, look up the presente del subjuntivo conjugation, get familiar with it, and go on a treasure hunt for subjuntivo. Read, watch content, just look for these conjugations. Now that you're aware of what subjuntivo is about, the next step is seeing it in action. And don't worry if you're still not able to use it. It's normal. The moment will arrive. Just follow the steps. Now you're aware that it exists. You know what it's about. And now look for it. Look at sentence and like, oh yeah, they use this here because it goes under another sentence and this is ambiguous or it's not relevant. Remember that you can download a PDF where you can see everything that I've just said and also see more examples broken down. Okay, so this is all for now. Be on the lookout for a part 2 on subjuntivo. This is just the beginning, but I promise you will understand everything after the whole series. Let me know in the comments if you found this video helpful, if you have any questions on what I've just said, and give it a like and share it, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao!